with the homies. Lost the die roll. I will keep this hand. Kind of want like an Entomb style effect in this deck. Putting a Mogmob in the bin. Or a Kiki Jiki in the bin. Ooh, we could play Buried Alive. The issue with Buried Alive it's a issue with Buried Alive is it's another 3-drop, and we have so many 3-drops. Kind of ridiculous. Check in chat. Perfect. So this is Belcher. All right, we're really going to need to have a pretty aggressive start here. Surveil on my turn. That's not really going to be fast enough. So we'll bin that. Yield through their turn. Belcher's really good right now. Won the modern 10K. Drew a mountain. Let's play the Auntie's Hovel. Show you this Pashlik Mons. Play this Agatha's. Pass it over. Agatha's is an artifact that says I can tap it to exile a card from a graveyard. If it's a creature card, then I get to put a 1/1 counter on a creature I control. And creatures I control with +1/+1 counters have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. And I can spam mana of any color to activate abilities. What that means, there's two kinds of abilities in Magic. There's an ETB, which is when it enters the battlefield, it has an effect. And then there's a activated ability. So the difference between these two effects is one has a colon and one doesn't. I know you English majors, you probably don't like hearing this, but Matron, no colon, it happens when it enters in that specific time. Activated abilities can be done at any time as long as you pay their cost. This cost is to sack the creature, and it deals 3 damage divided as you choose. This card, when it enters, then at that time, it does the ability, which is you search for a goblin, put it in your hand. Agatha's basically allows you to put all of your activated abilities on all your creatures as long as they have counters, which is really cool. I think that just get the Matron down. They're going to counter this. Sigiri, stuff, whatever. This is fine. I would like to tutor. Yes. We can make everything a Crater Maker, which might be decent if we get there. Let's go through our turn, go to theirs. Pull up the chat real quick. Into the Floodmaw, my Agathas. Give me a fish, just to be safe. They get their Lotus Bloom, they play a land. Tameshi? No. Yeah, so Tameshi. This is interesting. If I would have played the Mogmob, I might be able to stop this. Mogmob into Agathas. They have to unsummon one of these two. Now they're able to make enough mana where they can definitely cast their Belcher. Oh, they might have to whir for it. That's fair. If they have to whir, then that was definitely a punt. I guess Mogmob killing Tameshi is huge, so that was a huge punt. But this is why you got to play. You got to play so you can learn. So you got to play to lose, then to learn. Char Belcher my face. Good game, opponent. Good game. Speaking sideboarding against Belcher. Bring in the Blood Moon. Bring in another Agathos. Chalice on 0 could be decent. Thoughtseize is good. Vial's a little bit too slow, so let's cut 2 of them. Don't think I'm ever going to be able to kill anything with the Munitions Expert because we won't have a critical mass. Lightning Bolt could kill Tameshi. Leyline could be decent. The issue is Lightning Bolt and Leyline both lose to natural combo. I'm in that B3 EDH fun. Hell yeah. Primo lobby play in Shadow, the lover of Let's. That's so funny. Hell yeah, bro. I'm glad you're having fun. That's all that matters. I think Vial's way too slow, so we'll cut all the Vials. And then Munitions Expert. I mean, we can kill a Tameshi, but I don't think that we'll be able to by the time that they play it and win. Sting Scourger, Crater Maker. Crater Maker definitely. Sting Scourger, I don't think we need. Bolt is an instant speed answer to Tameshi. Does Blood Moon even do anything? No, because they can just still Char Belcher. Let's bring in the second Bolt. Let's run like that. Kind of weird. Kind of weird, but ultimately we're just 2 combo decks trying to do our own thing. I'll keep this. So turn 1, we're going to go Shaka Blood Crypt Thoughtseize, then play a Chalice. Oh, actually, if we go Chalice first, they might pitch 2 cards to counter it, and then we get to Thoughtseize and potentially just win. Depends which one we think is more important. I want them to not counter the Thoughtseize, so let's play the Chalice first. Chalice first. Chalice on 0, shock. Thoughtseize. Okay. They have the Lotus Bloom, they have a Spell Snare, they have a Sink, a Suppression Ray, a Thunder Trap, and a Sea Gate. Let's take the Sink because it can bounce our Chalice. Let's pass it over. Now their Lotus Bloom is much less effective. They do play into the Floodmaw and Sink, so they could just bounce it to something else. But we tried. We tried. They're leaving up mana for Spell Snare. But we can go Goblin, Snoop, land on top. We could just win if we have a Harbinger underneath that. So we'll see. That's really good. Is there any artifact that we want to kill? Crater Maker with Crater Maker? No. Let's just pay 2 life. Get the Mog Mob into play. It attacks for the most next turn. Combat. Attack. Thunder Trap Trainer. Flagi, okay. Suppression Ray into the Floodmaw Thunder Trap. Alright, go to mine. Agatha's on top. Let's play the Crater Maker. Combat attack. Sure. Pass it over. Because I want to have the Crater Maker to shatter their Lotus Bloom when they bounce the Chalice in the upkeep. It's not guaranteed that they're going to do it, but that's like the best line. Countered by the Chalice. That's good. No, it's in the graveyard, though, for Tameshi. But that's why we have Mog Mob. Thunder Trap. Yep. I never realized the Offspring is 4 mana, not 2. I thought this card was 4 mana, make 2 1/2s, and look at the top 4 cards of your library twice. But now that I think about it, that might be too good. Whir of Invention is what they pick up, so they can grab a Lotus. This is fine. There it is. Oh, yeah, baby. Play the Harbinger. They definitely have a bounce spell by now. They don't bounce the Snoop. That's interesting. Put a Kiki-Jiki on top. Tap to target. Bounce it now. Yep. That's fine. Okay. Now we go to combat. We attack with both of these. We'll be drawing a Kiki-Jiki, but that's fine. Damage is good. They can't whir during their main phase. I mean, they could, but it doesn't go well for them. Yeah, so my end step, they're going to whir. Go to my turn, I draw the Kiki-Jiki. That's fine. Can't play the Trash Master. I think we just play the Snoop back out. I guess Tameshi. Okay, so there's actually a decision point here. So we play Snoop. We just put more bodies on the field. We try to push damage. They're going to whir at the end step. We have to leave a mana up to shatter that with the Crater Maker. If they untap and play Tameshi, we would rather have the Agathas in play. Also, if we play the Agathas, then we know they counter it. If they counter it, they can't whir at the end step and have Charbelcher next turn. That's fine. As long as I have this Mog Mob, we don't lose to Tameshi. Combat. I'd like to attack with everything. This is 7. Now they can't whir at the end step. They have to whir during their turn, which is what I want. Same thing, they have to pass it over again. Another cavern is Godly. Goblin. Okay, but we can't be too greedy here, because if we play the Trash Master and they bounce it back to my hand, then I just lose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave up the red. Play another Snoop. Bolt on top, that's really good. Combat. Swing with both. Whir X is 1. They don't grab a Lotus Petal. That's weird. Dusk Rose Reliquary. Okay. Target the Mog Mob. I would like to shoot your face. I guess I could shoot the archaeologist for 1. But this lets us kill them next turn. So block, damage. No damage goes through. But if I draw this bolt, I win. So let's pass it over. They had to use their whir. They can go to Meshi. Okay, that's their out here is if they had a Tameshi. Draw bolt. Do we cast a bolt? Go to combat. Go to 1. Second main. Pashalik. Does this even make sense? Would I rather just leave up Creator Maker activation and Bolt? Probably. Whir is fine. Lotus Bloom. I would like to destroy target colorless non-land permanent. Hardcast Charbelcher. So go to the end step. I would like to cast Bolt. They're going to sack the Flagi to Flare. Disrupting Shoal works too. But now I have 2 lethal attackers. Ringleader, trigger, just grab a snoot, any order. Game 3. Woo, that was a tight one. Okay. Cut them off at every avenue that we can. That's how we got to do it. They don't play any basics, so maybe Blood Moon's good. I just think that it really hurts us more. Munitions are bad. Vials are bad. Sting Scourge Early Line's bad. Let's try it. I mean, Lightning Bolt won us that game. Being able to bring in, what type of deck do you use? Goblin, Knights? Oh, I love Goblins. It's got to be Goblins all the way. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. Goblins is the best deck in Modern. I'm a little biased, but I think it's the best deck. They're thinking. They keep their 7, right? They went to a 6. Let's play Chalice on 0 first. Then we can play Anti-Sobble, show them a Mog Mob, and Thoughtseize them. Sink into Stupor, Unable to Scream, Whir. Okay. So Unable to Scream is going to make it kind of hard. But let's go Sink into Stupor and pass it over. Same logic as last time. They can't bounce our Chalice now. Archaeologist. Disrupting Shoal, Hydroelectric, and we're probably grab Disrupting Shoal. They grabbed another whir. So 2 whirs. Oh, I guess this is their hand. Seagate, whir, a Flagi, Unable to Scream. Let's go to mine. Skirk, a. Let's go Surveil. Yes. Creator Maker to the top. Cast. Skirk. Pass. Same thing as last game. We kind of just want to leave up Creator Maker for the entirety of time. So we're going to go Bloodstained Mire. Creator Maker. Creator Maker. No, not yield through this turn. No attacks. Whir goes grab Lotus Petal. We're going to fetch. Get a mountain. Hit the Lotus Bloom. Whir again. Yep. We saw them grab the second whir, so we knew this was there. I guess it could have been in their upkeep that we would have done it. Ringleader A. Pass it over. So they need to have naturally drawn it. Ooh, that's really good here. Dot sees you. They have to counter this if they have counter magic. Whir X is 3. Okay, so now they can put the Belcher right into play. Then the Thoughtseize resolves, and we take something. Doesn't really matter now. Take their interaction. Can we make enough mana to Matron and Trash Man? I guess not. So what we could have done is we knew they had the second whir. They were for a Lotus Petal. They put it into play. We cracked their Lotus Petal in their upkeep. No, it doesn't change anything because they just used the Lotus Petal to recast the whir and they still have it. So that was close. Let's attack with the Mob. Show our ferocity. And then we die. GG's. Well played. And I die. Good game, opponent. Really well played. GG's, you two. Bless the opponent for the good vibes. Okay, Belcher's usually a pretty good matchup for us because we have a good amount of artifact destruction. But having 3 whirs is really good. Excuse me. And that's how that goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's a 50-50 game. Let's take a deep breath. Reset. And do it again. And then we do it again. Man, I send all of you good vibes. I really hope that none of you get sick. Been fighting a bug for the last couple days. It's been pretty rough, but the grind must continue. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, they said I'm gonna win big. Choose not the life of imitation. This goes out to you, the generations. All right. Freed Mania. Mulligan. This hand is much better. I'll keep this. Bottom 1, 2, 3. Bottom A. Pashlik Mons. Done. Blue Eye Control. Question mark. Hedge Maze. Bant. What deck is banned? We're going to find out. Ah, it's this deck. Let's take the frog. Pass it over. It's really all they got going on right now. They can Faithful Mending, I guess. Let's not seize you again. We just don't want to put a big fatty in the bin. It's the only thing. Take the Solitude for sure. No. We should have played the Arid Mason to Surveil there. That was a mini punt. Just going too fast. Next turn we'll play the Cavern. Play the Matron. Grab a Snoop. Pitch 2 more Faithful Mendings. Keep the 2 cards they drew. Quantum Riddler is pretty good. Riddler plus Ephemerate is really good. Yeah, no warp here. This is fine. Harbinger, eh? Let's go Goblin. Matrons. This is Esper Gorios. They have a really good backup plan with Solitude, Psychic Frog, and Ephemerate. I would like to search, yes. Just grab Snoop. Say, we're going to race you. They could draw another card if they want. They do want to. Riddler's really good. Being able to draw a billion cards is very strong. Bins the Force of Negation. Plays a frog. Priest of Fell Rights. What are they going to bring back? I guess they can bring back a Solitude. That's very interesting. So if I guess we should have grabbed Bog, actually. Now that I think about it. I would like to show you a Ringleader. I would like to cast this Ringleader. See if we can find a Bog. A Mogmob and a Skirk. Any order. 4-mana Divination is not bad. And then we'll just pass. If that Matron grabbed the Bog, I think we'd be in a much better spot here. They could sack the Priest to bring back the Psychic Frog, and then play a land and unearth it to bring back the Solitude. Oh, if they cash this, then that probably means they're going to discard a Fatty. Hello, Fatty. As in, like, a bigger creature, not a larger person. This big grizzle branding dude. Absolute legend here. About to smack my face real hard. Starts the beatdown. I go to 10. This is lethal in the air next turn. And I drew a Matron. Let's go Kraken. Grab a mountain. Matron. Okay. Yes. Sting Scourger. Unsummon the Grizzlebrand. Pitchcast Subtlety. Go to 11. Go to 4. Well, that's interesting. Oh, looking for an ephemerate. If they find an ephemerate, then they don't lose the Grizzlebrand. I guess if I played a Skirk and sacked a Matron, I would still be able to cast the Sting Scourger, and then I could go sack everything, play a Mogmob. But a loss isn't to be. Yes, they did have the Ephemerate, but it's more beneficial for them to pitch cast Solitude. Block the Matron, gain some life. Oh, they didn't have Ephemerate, they just had pitch cast Solitude. Okay. We might have a game here. I might be able to bolt them with this Mogmob. I can go Snoop Harbinger, put a Slangang on top. But a Mogmob plays around removal. Because the Mogmob enters immediately sacks to bolt them. Plays a frog. Pitches Atraxa. Goryo's Atraxa. Sure. This is lethal in the air. So, if we would have played the Skirk, then we would have attacked. We would have put them to 3. Then we could have sacked our entire board to cast a Matron or a Mogmob. Good game, opponent. Well played. See, and these small decisions that we choose not to take. Hey, appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. How's the day going? Small decisions that we choose not to take end up losing us games, and that's fine because we need to learn. So bringing the ley lines, Chalice probably isn't the greatest. Agatha's really good. Munitions, very bad here. Can only really kill a Solitude. Mogmobs are really good. Blood Moon's really good. Bolt is okay. Trash Master's okay. Gotta cut 4 cards. If we cut the Vials, because we know they're bringing in Wraths, we can bring in a single Bolt. Let's try it like that. Blood Moon's pretty hard for us, but I'm thinking that if we're bringing in the Mogmobs, we're just trying to be aggressive and attack, we can probably live with some dead cards in our hand. This hand does nothing. Wow. This hand does literally nothing. But I mean, it has a ley line. Cancel. Second Blood Crypt. Pre-games. That's good. Arid Mesa, pass. All right, 5 lands in a ley line and a dream. That's all we got. That's all we need. All we need. Well, let's go to the end step. Crack the Arid Mesa. Raucous Theater. Trigger. Cavern. Graveyard. Draw. Okay. Okay. Step 1. Land on top. All right, they're going to push this, prismatic ending this. There's a billion things they could do. They could just play a frog. They have Solitude Ephemerate. They can just leave it up and still tap out. Yeah, see, pending. We called it. We draw a land. We play a land, tapped. Pass it over. Leyline just happens to be a little bit outside of their prismatic ending range. No! Wait, they don't bounce the ley line? I mean, that's crazy. Oh, we could have played any other land. We could have played any other land. Big punts. Punts in the chat. Riddler, Ephemerate. Bounce the ley line. Just upticking to fairy. That's interesting. Wonder if there's a reason for that. Play the arena. Let's just get the second ley line down. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Hedge maze. Prismatic ending. Lands. Ephemerate comes back. Do they want to draw? Yes. Back up to 7 cards in hand. Yeah, this Goryo's deck just draws so many cards. All right, they could have pending for 4. Let's play an Agatha's. Recast the ley line. Uptick to fairy. They want all the mana. This means that they have Solitude Ephemerate up. Like hard cast Solitude plus Ephemerate. Do we try? I mean, I think we can. Let's go red. Haste. Sting Scourger. Bounce the Riddler. They don't Ephemerate it. Hasty Snoop. Land on top. Let's not attack with the Snoop to be safe. They're definitely flashing in a Solitude. But if they had some other like Phalia style, ooh, Wrath X4. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you force your opponent to cast a Wrath of the Skies for 3 or even 4, sometimes, shout out to my friend Sean Gallagher, the absolute legend that we played round 7 in the Legacy 2K, 2.5K yesterday, Sunday. I said the best feeling in the world is when you make your opponent Wrath X5. And you know what? That same game, he ended up having to Wrath X5. And it was a great chuckle. It was a good time. It's nice when you make your opponent do things they usually wouldn't do. Usually you don't have to Wrath for X's 4, but it certainly worked there. Also kind of crazy that Wrath doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Pitching a bunch of cards. 2 more attractions. We drew a billion lands. That's how it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I will say, Esper Goryo's is a really tough matchup. Even with double ley line and Agatha's. Like, you see, they have fair cards. Like, they were able to ephemerate their own Quantum Riddler to draw a bunch of cards. And then they play Teferi and Frog. So if you do play, and Wrath, and Prismatic Ending. So if you play Graveyard Hate, it's really easy for them to get out of it. Hey! What's up, Derek? Appreciate you dropping in. How's your day going? We are losing. Yeah, I'm trying to stream a little bit earlier. Of course, on certain days when I play at locals, I'm not going to be able to when I stream at locals, I'm not going to be able to stream earlier. Usually it's going to be after I get home, which is like 10, 10:30. Yeah, a little bit better. We're not throwing up today, which is the big thing. My chest is really tight, and I have a really runny nose, but like the sore throat is a tiny bit better. It still hurts, but it's not like horrible like it was. And yeah, it's a little bit better. We're trying to do a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. Oh, that was all at instant speed. Yes. Good game opponent. Well played. I was thinking we're going to do 2 games tonight and 3 games tomorrow. Or maybe 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow, 2 or 1 the following, and finish the match then, or the league then. GG's. Well played. All right, let's see how long we've been streaming. 48. Yeah, let's try one more. Yeah, you're right. What you said, I agree with. Do I want to play another one? I do. I do want to play another one. After this one, I'm going to rest. Herpaganophysid is no good. I agree, Derek. I agree. It's no good. All right. Let's play a matchup where we just race. I would like to go first. Yeah. I mean, turn 1 Vial is fantastic. Good luck, have fun, opponent. It's the supercalifragilistic of my childhood. That's awesome. Herpagonosyphilades. Oh, God. That does sound nasty. Let's see what they said back. Probably the same thing. You too. Boom. Appreciate you, opponent, for good vibes. Let's shock and play this Vial. Pass it over. Oh, no. I mean, this is a reason to have the 4th Thoughtseize in the main. 1000%. Yes, I would like to do this. Play the Arid Mesa. Thoughtseize you. Analyst, Splunking, Summoner's Pact, Crumbling Vestige. I mean, if we take the Pact, they have to naturally find a Titan, which is much more difficult. We could take the Aftermath Analyst, technically. They drew the Gruul Turf, which is really good for them, because the Splunking ramps them. Splunking, they get to put the Otawara back in play. Ooh, yeah, that's right. They're going to use this to cast the Aftermath Analyst, and they can activate it next turn. Oh, they can explore first. That's right. Looking for another bounce land. Interesting. Now they can't play the Aftermath Analyst. Let's go Raucous Theater. Okay. Sling Gang is not a land, so let's put it in the bin. Go to mine. Upkeep trigger. Yes. Oh, that's a Harbinger. Let's play this as a land. Bolt ourselves. Play this Crater Maker. Kill the amulet. Multiple amulets is a really easy way for our opponent to run away with the game. It's just what we call being sick. That's funny as hell. Can we surgically extend Glorious out of Espigora? Yes, you can. You know what? That's a great line. I just don't play Surgical. Surgical and Split Second are 2 cards that I need to like get better at using, because I feel like if you can use Surgical well, you win the game. All right, so Chuck a Snoop into play. I'll take the vial. I would like to cancel this. I would like to activate this vial. Yes, I would like to put this Harbinger into play. Okay. Yes, I would like to put a Kikijiki on top. Tap to target. 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 We're at 20, so we have to get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Harbinger. Okay. Yes. Mob. Bolt you. Bolt you. Bolt you. Bolt you. Alright. Sideboards. Play the Blood Moon. Play the Agathas. They're a graveyard deck now, which is crazy. We definitely want the Damping Spheres. Chalice could be good. It could shut off their zeros. I mean, turning off Summoner's Pact by itself is decent. Trashmaster is better than Ringleader. So yeah, in this matchup especially. Mob. Lightning bolts are better than the munitions. Chalice and Agathos are decent. Vial is a little bit too slow, especially on the draw. Sting Scourger, Crater Maker. We probably don't need the bolts or the. I mean, I guess Chalice and Zero is kind of decent. Cut the Ringleader. Both the Ringleaders, I think, are a little bit too slow, especially on the draw. We need to slow them down as much as we possibly can. I should. Yes, you're right. I should. I will mold this hand. This is better. Albano Kiki. I mean, Saga is very strong. Saga plus Amulet is very, very strong. So let's go Bud Crypt Shock. Yes, we're like 2 Thoughtseize you. Do we put Dismember or Prime Time in the graveyard? I think we always take the Prime Time. Cut them off their combo as fast as possible in case they top deck a bounce land, which they definitely could. You could go bounce land, activate Saga, pick up my bounce land. That'd be a pretty sick line. Just to Visage you. Agathas. Pass it over. So right now we know that they have a Dismember, an Arboreal Grazer, and a Vesuva. Tap for a colorless. Get another Amulet. Tap for a green. Play a Gruul Turf. A billion triggers. These are all fine. Visage you. I guess we could have exiled the Titan in response. I would like to go grab the Surveil land, though. Bin the Cavern. Okay. Yield to the turn. Play Arboreal Grazer. Put the Vesuva into play as a copy of the Gruul Turf. Ooh, they can copy my Raucous Theater. That's pretty smart. They get a good Surveil. mana fizzles. They have Dismember up. We have the Raucous Theater, so the Arid Mesa really doesn't do anything. Let's play the Arid Mesa to thin the deck. Then we can bog them. Hit their lands and their prime time. Yield through our turn. Go to their end step. The Growth Chamber is good. 10 billion. Pick up the Vesuva. Then they get another Surveil next turn. We could have fetched, but we didn't. Like a silly, silly man. Let's go Auntie's Hovel. Show a Matron. Matron. Yes. Do we tutor for a Trash Master? Probably. It makes the most sense. Let's go to combat. Swinging. Chomp. Go to their end step. Vesuva copies a Simic. Or if it copies a Raucous Theater, then we know that they're in bad shape. Black. Dismember the Trawler. Bins a Beseju. Passes to my turn. Their end step, I'm going to fetch. Get a tapped Blood Crypt. Not shocking. That's fine. Auntie's Hovel, I would like to show you this Trash Man that you know about. I would like to play this Trash Man that you know about. I would like to go to combat. Black, colorless, pay 2 life, hit the Trash Man. In response, I would like to sack this Matron. Sack this to itself. And now we can go to resolving that, combat, attack. Oh, we already played our land, so we'll just pass. Explore. Probably finds a Spelunking. Another bounce land. Bounces Vesuva again. So now they can hard cast their... So let's bog them again. Oh, well, you messed that up. No, that doesn't help us. Let's play this. Yes, I would like to search. Go grab a Ringleader. Kiki. Let's go grab... Oh, we cut our Ringleaders. That's interesting. Slingang. I mean, they're in the spot where they have to hard cast a Titan and then pass. So Sting Scourger might be decent. Pashulik Mons. This is actually interesting. Let's grab a Sling Gang. It's just the most damage next turn. Oh, we can't do that. All this has to be red. Red, red, red. Mog. Combat attacks. Swing it in. Puts them at 12. They're at a perpetual 9. And then I have 3 plus the 5 here. They're at 1 after next combat. Oh no, that's not true because the Mog Mob attacks too. Okay, so they're at -2 if the Sling Gang resolves and we get to go through combat unimpeded. I could feel it. I could feel that we wanted to play one more. We're going to get this win. I believe. Watch them do some pyroclasm stuff. Instant speed pyroclasm, real good. And we win the match. Good game, opponent. Really well played. Damn. That was crazy. All right. Well, that was the stream for today. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel. And it's free. If you want to do more, support the channel. $1 a month gets you right out on every stream. I really appreciate you being here. Derek, Yukashi, Donnie, Final Skull, Polkano, absolute legends. Thank you all so much for being here. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.